Hello, beautiful people, my darlings. Yes, I salute you. Today, as you can see, I'm going to be doing the Brat Style Challenge by yours truly, Pauline Oiza. Some people have been asking me how you pronounce that. It is Oiza. And yes, so this is my girl Cece. Yeah, I named her Cece. I'm going to be twinning with Cece today, and we're just going to be serving looks, okay? So I replicated her look, and as you can see, I did my best. The beret is not really my strong suit. I don't know how it's matching up with my forehead dimensions, but it's okay. That's me again, all fresh face. So yeah, let's get into this video. I'm just gonna tie my hair back because we mean business today, because I need to make sure I come correct with Cece's look and make sure I do her justice. So I'm gonna start off with my brows because Cece has some very nice brows, and she let me know, you better replicate those strong brows just the way I like them. And that's what I'm gonna do. So I always start off by lining the top of my brows, just putting a straight line there, the top and the bottom, and then filling them in. So I'm gonna be using more of a heavy hand than I usually do because Cece's brows are quite dense. They're quite dark. So I go in with short strokes, as you can see. So with this brow, I'm just lining the top and the bottom, and then I'm going in with short strokes and just filling in the middle. And this is a good trick to do so that you get some nice, clean, straight brows, just like Cece, because she likes her brows that way. And so do I, to be honest. Maybe not as dense as Cece's, but I like a straight brow, okay? And I'm part of the Sparse Brows committee. And if you are too, raise your hand. Let's know ourselves. Just identify yourself. No? Okay, I'm not gonna expose you, but we know each other. And we gotta do what we gotta do. So this is what I do. Okay, so I'm just carving out my brows with a concealer. Now you can use any concealer. I prefer to use a cream one because it just has a thicker consistency, and I use a lighter one underneath my brows for a nice highlight. I think it just makes your brow bones pop. And that's really what it's about, really. And I like to put, as you saw, my pinky on my cheek, and it really stabilizes my hand. So that's a good tip for you, okay? It helps stabilize your hand, and I use my ring finger to blend out products, any products around my eyes. I use my ring finger because you don't want to tug too much. And then I'm going in with my Fenty Beauty foundation so just any sort of concealer or foundation that's close to your skin tone, that's what you want to use on top of your brows. Because as I always say, no to the halo brows, okay? You can see the halo, they could see your halo. Blend it out, girl, they could see your halo. Anyways, moving on. Oh my god, I'm gonna edit that out. Moving on, I am going in with my LA Girl Pro concealer and just blending that out as a base on my eyes. And then I went in with my Kat Von D setting powder just to make sure there's no creasing. And then now I'm going in with an e.l.f. eyeshadow. That's in kind of my skin tone, and then I'm gonna use that as a transition color because Cece's eyeshadow is on point, and this is what's gonna help you with that gradient effect of going from light to dark in your crease. So you want to start off with kind of a color that's similar to your skin tone, quite neutral, and that's gonna help the rest of the darker eyeshadows blend more seamlessly and go from light to dark. So I'm gonna first go in with that light eyeshadow, and I'm gonna go just right underneath my eyebrows, and that's gonna help blend that transition color. So you're transitioning your transition. And then I'm going in with my Zulu palette from Juvia's Place to deepen that crease a little bit more. So as I said before, this is, you want to go from light to dark and just keep blend, and you can kind of see that I take my brush away sometimes and look at it just to see where do I need to place more color, where do I need to blend more. And you just, it's an eyeballing game. You just want to, you blend, look and blend, and just keep blending and buffing it in. It's not a 1-2 swipe, guys. So now you go into, I'm gonna take a darker color. This is what's really gonna deepen that crease a lot more, and you just wanna blend it in right at the bottom of those previous colors. You don't want to overshadow those other transition colors, but you still want to, blend it in seamlessly. And if there is anything that's kind of misplaced, not too much, not blended too well, go back in. So now we're doing a cut crease. So I heard that if you blink up or raise your eyelid, as you can see, I'm not impressed there. I heard that if you do that, then you can see where your natural eyelid is. And I didn't like where that natural eyelid was. So I decided to make my own destiny and just carve it out the way I wanted to. So I just covered it up with eyeshadow and then went back in and carved it out the way I wanted to. And I'm using, again, my LA Girl Pro Concealer. I love this concealer. It just does everything: primer, cut creaser, concealer, everything. So I'm cutting out my crease, and you want to take this slowly. This video is sped up. Slow it down, ladies and gents. Carve it out kind of like you're doing a coloring book and filling in the blank spaces. That's what you want to do, but really carefully, and use a very flat brush as well. Wow, yeah. He's happy for me. Yeah, I did good. So now I'm going in with a lighter color because Cece has a lighter color on her lid. So basically this color is very similar to my concealer color, so that's why you can't really see it. And then I'm taking a bit of a darker color. Again, the color payoff, you can't really see it that much on camera, but I just placed that on the second half of my lid, and then I went back in with that darker color on a blending brush. And now I'm just gonna close that line of demarcation, and you want to use soft strokes, and then I kind of go in on an angle on the bottom of my lid, as you can see, just to make that gradient effect, so you can kind of see it's getting smoky and it's a soft smoke. So I'm just zooming in so you can see my pores, my soul, my spirit, and that's okay because we do it for the video. But yeah, I'm just blending in a little bit more and just making sure it's blended well. And then I did the other eye off camera. That's the big reveal. And I also did my eyeliner off camera because, girl, it is hard to do it on camera. Anyways, I'm just cleaning that up a little bit with a wet wipe. This is a secret to just making your eyeliner sharper. And now I'm going in with a white pen, just like an eyeliner pencil for the bottom for my waterline. You'll see later that I decided to darken it because it just made me kind of look like I have pink eyes, so whatever. I'm just priming my face, MAC Prep and Prime, no problem primer by Touch in Sol. It's really good. Now I'm using my Fenty Beauty foundation because I just got it. Unpopular opinion, I don't really like the Fenty foundation. Ooh, I know that's gonna touch some people's souls, but I love my girl Ree, but it's not my favorite foundation. It's okay. I dropped a Fenty coin on this product, so I gotta use it. It's not really my shade on camera. It's showing off that it's kind of my shade, but in person it's very red. And I know Fenty came out with like a few more shades, but I don't have a Fenty bank account, so Rhea's gonna have to take a couple seats on that, and this product is just gonna have to do for now. But I just try to use it, you know, a few times, and then I just use concealer through highlighting to kind of bring it back down to earth, because it is out of this world, out of my color tone, but you know, the concealer really humbles this Fenty foundation, brings it back down to reality, and kind of makes it blend in a bit more to become more palatable for what my skin tone is. So I'm just highlighting my cheeks, highlighting my forehead, highlighting above my mouth, highlighting underneath my mouth and my chin, and yeah, pretty easy. And then I'm gonna go in with my Sacha Buttercup setting powder, which I love. I'm gonna try other setting powders, but to be honest, you'll see this setting powder a lot on my channel. I'm sorry, not sorry. You know, it's just what it is. And yeah, so just highlighting all those points, setting all those points where I put my highlighting color. And now I'm just smoking out my bottom lash line with the darkest eyeshadow that we used. And this look is so easy. You can pretty much use any neutral palette out there. That's why I used an e.l.f. one. So now I'm using my powder, which is my favorite, my CoverGirl clean powder. I'm also gonna try to switch it up with the powder, but you know, if it ain't broke, you know. Anyways, so I just I powder all the points on my face that are not highlighted, just to blend in the highlight more. And now I'm gonna use my contour powder just to carve out my cheeks a little bit more. And yeah, that's basically that. And then I'm gonna use some Kiss lashes. They're pretty good. It's a drugstore brand, and I like it. It's good for the price, and I've used them too. So yeah. And now we're gonna go in with the lips. So CC has some nice, full, voluptuous lips, which, you know, I struggle with. You know, I don't. I'm just kidding. No, I think I'm good in that department. I think I'm pretty okay. But yeah, so I'm just trying to achieve CC's color, which is like a brownish red. But I don't have that exact color, and so I had to improvise. I'm just using that color, and then I darkened it with a brown lip liner off camera. So sorry about that. I lost the clip. But anyways, did that, and now setting my face with a dewy setting spray. I really like dewy setting sprays, especially with matte foundations. And after all that powdering, you just want to bring some dewiness back to your face. So yeah, the NYX one is pretty good. And now we transform, darling. Yes, do CC and I look alike? I put some contacts, by the way, so don't be scared, don't be scared. I put some green contacts. I actually just bought them a while ago, and I was like, whoa, this is fate. So I popped them in so I could look like my girl CC. I FaceTimed her so I could ask her if I did good, and she said, yes, bitch, you did that. So yeah, that's CC and I. And yeah, the beret is probably not gonna stay around for much longer, but that's what it is. Anyways, that's the finished look, guys. Thank you so much for watching, and yeah, smash that subscribe button, girl. See you in the next one. Bye.